We are live.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, so weird.
No.
We're weird in a good way.
Crazy weird.
Yes. Not weird in a bad way. We're weird in a good way. Hi, Darth Noxid, I think.
Hello.
Sorry if I said your name wrong. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, we are doing I guess you could say a panel with convention tips. So we're going to talk about, convention. Hey, Edie of the East.
Hey, Edie.
So we're going to talk about tips and safety and etiquette. Oh, thank you. I said it right.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
That's good. We don't ever want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
We hate that.
Noxid. Okay. That's how you say it. Noxid. Okay. But yeah, so we're going to have a panel discussion, Christy and I, just giving, advice, tips, safety, and etiquette for conventions. So, especially if you've never been to one before. Yeah. So hopefully you guys, enjoy it and maybe take something from it. So, yeah. So, I don't know if you wanted to wait a little bit and then we'll get started. Maybe wait a couple more seconds. Or...
I guess.
All right.
So, how's you guys' Saturday going?
Did y'all watch anything good?
Are you eating any good food? If so, what are you eating?
And how was the weather? Because it was very misty this morning. It's still raining. We had a lot of rain yesterday too, but it feels good outside though.
Yeah, it's cool because the summer is smoldering here.
Aw, thank you. We'll let her know, Edie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies in your life, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. Aw.
It's good to see you.
Yeah. Boring. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe do something, I don't know, read a book.
Right.
Play some video games. Catch up on some shows you haven't seen in a minute.
Right. Hello, PPF
Hi.
Anime. Hello. Hello, Michael Hitzone.
Hello. I cooked the good food.
Well,
that's good. Hi.
Yes, food is always good. Well, especially if you don't burn it, it's good. But everybody's skill level in cooking, varies. That's
you'll
cool.
get better with it with times, with anything.
Yeah.
But I guess
we get started.
We will get started. So again, this is convention tips.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Is it good? Because I wanted to see it. And in a weird way, I think Doctor Strange is pretty sexy. That's just me. But yeah, I digress. Okay.
Focus. So we will be doing convention tips, safety and etiquette. So to start off, we'll be talking about tips. So this is for, if you haven't been to a convention before and you would, like to plan, definitely trying to read your handwriting. Definitely, if you're not sure on what types of conventions that you want to go to, definitely go to upcomingcons.com. They have conventions all over the U.S., like in your state, different states telling you what conventions are going on.
They're international too.
Oh, okay, thank you. They're international too, so they let you know monthly, what conventions are going on. So that's definitely a website that you can go to. So definitely do your research. Also, the size of the convention too. You can also do that. It depends on the person. Like I said, if you're, I guess, maybe more introverted, then maybe a smaller convention would be more up your alley or medium size, because sometimes very large conventions can be overwhelming. Preferably, Christy and I, we prefer the medium and small. We've been to bigger conventions, but that's just what we prefer, because you'd be surprised. They have some good merchandise at, like the smaller conventions. Don't sleep on them. But just depending on your personality, if you want to go to the size of the convention, definitely go by that. Let's see. Where is this? I can't read it. Oh, the night.
Where are they calling?
So the night before the convention, a tip that we like to do is pack a few days before. Don't, for us, if that's you, If you don't have the time, if you pack the night before, like really just make sure that you have everything put together. Because sometimes I know for us, packing the night before, we've left some things, back home. So if you can pack a couple of days before the convention to make sure you have everything. And also with the packing, what helps us, with your luggage, pack, like if you have makeup, pack all your makeup together, like your wigs, put that like in a bag, put all your wigs, your shoes, your costumes, put that all in one thing. Your toiletries, put that all in one area so you know where everything's at. Your jewelry, medicine, make sure that you have easy access to that. Put that maybe like in a baggie or something so you have that near if you're on medications. Is there anything else?
I would also say too, you want to also make sure, especially with like the medicines, maybe even bringing like an antacid.
Yeah.
Like, cause when you're traveling, I mean, let's be real, we're not eating like the healthiest of foods, and sometimes you may have an upset stomach. And you're taking notes.
Oh, so sweet.
But I mean, sometimes you may eat something that might have not been so good. Hello,
hi, Chibi Cosmetics.
Hello, Tamir. But in green, Fire 3
and Chibi Cosmetics.
And Chibi Cosmetics. Hello. But yeah, because I mean, sometimes you may eat something that might have made you sick and didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
And it's not a good feeling to be at a con and you're sick on your stomach.
And painkillers, maybe pack some painkillers. Ginger ale. Hi. We like to pack ginger ale with us too, like Christy was saying. And then, like I said, painkillers. So, sorry, yes, we have notes, guys. So don't mind us when you keep us seeing looking down. So yeah, make sure if you can pack a couple of days before. And also, when you're planning for a convention, hey Nigarasha, how are you?
Hello, Nigarasha.
When you are planning and you finally are like, okay, I'm going to go, save. Always, this is like our mother says, Mama Diva, always pay yourself. Always pay yourself. But if you are saving, vitamins and water.
Yes, absolutely.
Most definitely. So, but if you are saving for a convention or whatever it may be, vacation, whatever case may be, if it ain't nothing but like $20 here, $50 there, when you can, always put into your savings, and that's specifically for the convention. You also with the hotels, do your research too when you're looking for a hotel. Try to make sure if you can, if it's walking distance, especially if you didn't drive yourself to the convention, you want to make sure that you get one that's walking distance. That will help you save money. Also, try to see if you can get a hotel that offers free breakfast, because that's money where you were saved. If you make sure you got breakfast every morning if it's free. Also, try to see if it comes with a microwave and refrigerator. That was something else that I wanted to mention too of packing. If you can, try to see when you're, in your area, try to get like small things, like maybe like a small loaf of bread if you can pack it. This is what we do. Maybe like a small thing of peanut butter, like small things of like canned soups, the small little Tupperwares, small plastic utensils, paper plates and things like that, and you can get all that at the Dollar Tree. So, that way you can save up on food. Like if you don't want to eat out, you can pack some of that with you so you can have food, and, make sure again that, your hotel has a refrigerator and microwave so you can cook. Also, hotel. If you're planning to help save money, let's just say you and a group of friends decide to go to a con, and y'all, decide on whatever hotel it is. Make sure the group of people that you decide to do that with, they're responsible. Like they're going to have their portion of the money. Like if you put the hotel and you reserve it in your name, please make sure that they have their money with you, because this is not a free vacation.
And they need to know that up front in advance. So when you're planning this trip, make sure to, whoever you're having, if you're like, hey, so we're going to be doing this at this hotel. This is the cost. This is what everybody is responsible for paying. and give them a deadline as to when you need the funds. I mean, heck, we got Cash App now, so
Yeah.
it ain't no excuse.
Communication is the key. So that's something. And then, like I said, with the hotel, like when you're planning, yeah. So like when you're planning, and I feel like I'm jumping around, but when you're planning for a convention, like you know this is the convention you want to do, you save for that. Like Chrissy said, huh?
It's pulling you in.
Oh, sorry.
Cut off.
Sorry. So you know that's the convention you want. You know which hotel that you want to get. That's like the first thing too. Like make sure that you secure a hotel. And yeah, make sure they offer free breakfast, that they have refrigerator, microwave. It's preferably walking distance again if you know did not drive there. Also, if you are driving to a convention, hey Melanie, Velma,
I know you
want to make sure that you're gassed up the night before, and like Christy was saying too, to make sure that your car is in shape.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, I have crappy luck with flat tires.
Right.
That's one of the worst things for anybody in the world. Like you're on the highway, you're like excited for the trip, and then
right,
your tire goes flat, and you gotta, either if you're fortunate enough to have AAA, somebody come out there, but of course that's a delay in you getting to your destination because you gotta wait for somebody to come help you. Or if you know how to change a tire, cool, but not everybody does. But it's an inconvenience that could be avoided,
right,
if you just plan ahead and just make sure that your car is in tip-top shape.
Yeah, so yeah, you gotta make sure. And too, like, if you are driving, again, toll money, make sure that you got some toll money with you, because more than likely
I don't know how to do it, Tamir.
Yeah. We gotta learn. Or with toll money, chances are, like, if you're driving yourself, you're going to encounter like some tolls possibly,
and you don't want to be sitting there looking at the toll person like.
Yeah, so just make sure that I'm trying to think of anything else, far as the hotel, if there's anything else.
Wait, did you talk about bed bugs?
Okay, well, yeah, we can mention that too. Well, yeah, also that kind of goes with safety too. But yeah, when you, like I said, you plan you get to the hotel. Another thing that you want to make sure too, because we worked in housekeeping, when you do get to your hotel, and maybe we might film that to show people, Lord willing, because we will be going to Tidewater Comic Con, Lord willing. But when you get to your hotel, do not take all your luggage and just throw it, like leave it on the floor and then open everything and have it all sprawled out. Like sit it on top. They have like the closets, like you can sit it on top of that, or maybe the dresser, but you don't want it on the floor because of bed bugs.
Or like a desk.
Or a desk, sit it on top of the desk. But like Christy and I were saying, you want to inspect the beds. So how you do that, I think we should film that. But how do you do that? You lift the bed up, the whole, the mattress, and if you need, and you're going to have to take the sheets and lift them up.
You have to strip the bed.
Okay, yeah, you got to strip the bed. But is it in the creases?
Yeah, better. Like like with the mattress, like the edge of it, like at the bottom, and it kind of has like that, like a white ribbon type material that sticks out. You want to look in that crease, and you also want to look under, like because some of them have like bed skirts. A lot of hotel beds have like the bed skirts, but you want to be looking around the crease of the mattress on the top and the bottom. You want to look around the headboard, everything. And you want to be looking for, because they're like little brown, like an apple seed type color. And, girl, they have them there too.
They have them there too, Chibi. You can't go by them saying 5 stars. People lie. You have to look. And
also too, they rig like the comments. Sometimes the manager, the hotel managers write those, and those are not even like real customers. Sometimes. And
we're not going to put the name out there, but we worked at a 5-star, and they had them. Yeah. But
we were scared. We was like, we don't want to take these things home, but yeah, so please check your bed before you crash. I mean, I know.
No, go back. You're talking about what are you looking for? The apple seed.
Yeah, so they're like an apple seed color type bug. They're like a brownish red color. If you see anything like that, or if you see like blood on like the mattress, like at the like at the foot or like the head of the bed. You may want to go back down to the they're like little blood speckles,
right?
Because they're feeding on people, and that's where they typically will go. So if you see that, get the hell out of there and go to the front desk.
Check everything, like, because even before like COVID, like of course we check for bed bugs, but even just with germs and you know, viruses and all that, we bring like a small can of disinfectant with you, whether you have it in wipes or you have spray. And we had like a little thing of gloves. Like I said, you can get this from the Dollar Tree. But we checked our beds, inspected all that, and we took our Lysol and we went to town on everything, like things that people touch: the doorknobs, the light switches, the phones,
the remote,
the handle for the refrigerator and microwave, everything that people touch, the bathrooms.
Spray it
all down with Lysol disinfectant, because you just don't know. And like I said, we've worked at a hotel. We know what goes on in housekeeping. So you just want to protect yourself even more so, because guess what? COVID is still out here, guys. So you want to protect yourselves.
And just a whole host of other
diseases. And back to that too. Always bring shower shoes with you. If you can't get shower shoes, get some cheap little flip-flops. Remotes.
Exactly, cheap.
Remotes. Get some flip-flops from the Dollar Tree, but when you take a shower, because you don't want to have your bare feet in the shower. Like I said, we worked in housekeeping. We know what goes on. So to protect you from getting any foot funguses and all that stuff, athlete's foot, like, just get some cheap, that's what Christy and I did. We got some cheap Dollar Tree flip-flops, and that's what we used when we took a shower. I think that is everything as far as like the hotel. And if it is an issue with something, don't be afraid to let the hotel staff know, because you paid.
Yeah, you should. You have the right to have a clean room.
And you don't have to be rude, but just tell them you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
So yeah. So I think that we're good with that. So also with the trip too, like with the hotel, you can talk about that, securing valuables.
Yeah, because I can be absent-minded. I'm be very real.
Yeah, you can.
And I've had my identity stolen like twice. But secure your valuables. Everybody wants to have fun, and I mean, it's a day to escape reality, bills, being an adult, because that freaking sucks. But securing your valuables. So making sure, like, if you have like any money, your debit cards, your ID, all that stuff, you want to make sure that you have that on your person. And it's probably a good idea to not carry like a huge amount of cash. Like, you want to set a budget for yourself and have that on you. But one thing that like we will get when we go on a trip is what do you call it?
The ID lanyard.
Yeah, an ID lanyard. So it looks like a little small like wallet, and it's attached to like a little necklace. And you just wear it right on your the front of you. So I mean, you can see it, you can monitor it, you can feel it. And things like that, because you just never know. Like, it's you're in a large group setting, and there's some people there that are not there to take in the con. Some people got sticky fingers.
Yeah, we'll get to that with safety, but yes, the best thing to carry with you is an ID lanyard, so you don't lose anything. So that's what we like to. And if you want something bigger, maybe like a little small backpack. And I would say put that on the front of you instead of having it, like how you normally wear it in the back, because, people be pickpocketing.
And I mean, and people, like, people that do it, they're pros. So they may be acting like, and sometimes they work in like groups or teams, and they may be talking to you and asking you about, the con or your shirt, and there's somebody right behind you digging all up through your stuff.
Right.
And taking your ish. And you work hard for it, you know what I'm saying? Shoot.
So, kind of going into that now, we will be talking about safety. So, so pretty much like Christy was saying, just be vigilant of your surroundings. Like, whether you're local at a convention, you're out of state, international, just be vigilant. Because not everybody at the convention is there for the convention, and even outside of that. I would even go as to say, don't wander past the convention area, especially if you're by yourself, because, especially if you're in cosplay, you're already going to draw attention to yourself. So it's really not wise to do that. And then, late at night, and even if you are with a group of people, I wouldn't wander, outside of the convention, because there's things that's happened before.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, some people, they look forward to this kind of thing because it's just like, oh, this is a massive amount of people that I can, take things from or even harm people. Some people have been like, assaulted, unfortunately. So just be careful, watch your surroundings, go travel in groups, and, ladies, don't go to the bathroom by yourself. The buddy system, the buddy system is so lovely. So, yes. Please use it.
Also, too, just like with, conventions, I know a lot of people, especially, with the, with social media, meeting, a lot of people online is very, nice. However, the dangers with some of that, like some people that you talk to may not be who they say they are, or even if you've, like FaceTime them or what, you still don't really know them, you just know them, from online, you never met them in person. So if you're planning to like meet somebody, do it, yes, do it at the convention, stay at the convention, of course, where there's people, but, don't do it. I'll be with my man, so I'm saying, well, good.
You got your bodyguard, girl.
Good. So, yeah, meeting someone, do it at the hotel where there's people. Don't do it outside. Like if they're telling you, hey, I can't wait to meet you. Let's meet at my hotel, or why don't I come to your hotel? Or we meet, outside this restaurant. No, that should be red flags. They come up, you want to meet them at the convention. Let's see, because I mean, like I said, there's been stories. A couple of years it happened at CatScon 2010. I won't go into further. If you want to Google it, if y'all want us to Google the story to you, we can DM it to you. But it was, something that happened at CatScon years ago. So you just want to be safe. Also, especially like if you have children. Yep, human trafficking is real. Exactly. If you have kids, please watch them. Even teenagers, have someone go with them. Like if they're 13, 14, 15, 16, that's for real. Like someone needs to be with them, because there's been some horror stories. And, I would hate to, hear anything about that. But let's see. Oh, back to like with like photographers or just con goers. If there's a photographer that's coming to you and they're like, oh, I would love to do a photo shoot with you again, and they're like, and I know people are like, we're not babies, but there's some people that would fall for it, though, I hate to say. But if they're telling you, I want to do a photo shoot, but it's going to be at my hotel, red flags. They're probably a perv. Run. Yes. You need, if they will not do the photo shoot at the con, then this photo shoot just ain't happening. You just need to walk away. Seriously, because that's red flags. And if they're supposed to be a professional photographer, they can make any setting work. They're supposed to be the pro. So yes, some of them are. That's right. And even some of the attendees, like back to that too, like photographers and some of the attendees, like if someone comes to you and they're like, hey, I want to get a picture of you. If they're making you feel uncomfortable, like if they're touching you in a way that you don't feel comfortable, speak up. You have a right to say something like, hey, you're making me uncomfortable. Please do not do that. Exactly. And if they don't respect that, then if they don't respect that, do not be afraid to get a staff member. That's your personal space. And like I said, it goes to photographers too. If a photographer is saying things to you, they're touching in a way that you don't feel comfortable, you need to tell them. And if they don't respect it, go to a staff member. Because like we say, cosplay is not consent. Exactly. Yeah. So, and then with the catcalling, it's, people just need to stop that. It's disrespectful. Because I mean, I know we all like have like characters that we relate to, or some that we may even be like physically attracted to. Right. And that's fine.
well, we can't respond that way
Right.
to that person that's dressing up as the character.
Right.
Or we may not like the character to dress up as.
Right.
Can't be like, hey, I freaking hate you.
Yeah.
No, we cannot do that.
Be respectful.
Yes.
Be respectful. Yeah. So, let's see. So, so also too, now we're talking about, being rested too with your body. You want to enjoy the convention. You want to make sure that you're rested, you're hydrated and nourished.
Thank you, Chibi.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. So eat balanced meals, guys. Like I said, if you prefer to cook your own meals, because there's some hotels where it's a suite, they have a stove and all that. If you want to cook your own meals and there happens to be, like, you pack some food with you, cook your own meals, but make sure that you get a carb in, some vegetables, a protein in. And if you do decide to go out to eat, get something that's gonna, that you're gonna be satisfied for, and it's balanced, that's giving you some energy. Because we've been to so many conventions and then seen the ambulance come so many times, picking up people because they passed out because they weren't eating and resting.
And it's just, it can be avoided just by making, some conscious choices. And just, just being aware. It's like, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Maybe I need to eat.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thirsty. Let me go get some to drink.
Water. If you're tired, go back to your hotel and take a nap. We do. We get our naps in. We're old. So you want to be rested. You really do. And like I said, eating properly. So you can enjoy the convention. Because who wants to... Oh, wow. It happens at so many conventions.
And it's scary because you don't know. Like, I mean, there's some people that have medical conditions that could be diabetic, a whole bunch of different things. So it's like, please take care of yourself.
Right. Please. You're not going to miss anything. Like, you gotta get your food and your rest, and I promise you will not miss anything, because it's gonna suck if you end up being in a hospital and you miss the con. And it could have been avoided if you just ate. Especially during people are... Exactly! Yes. It happens all the time.
Because you're losing water, it's hot, so
Right.
you have to replenish that water. Our bodies are made of mostly water, so we have to do that.
Right. So that kind of... And this is still all safety. Did you want to, mention this?
Yeah, so another thing too, I guess it's kind of related to it, like... with the con experience. I mean, it's a very social event, there's many different people.
Hey, Mr. Ito.
Hi, Mr. Ito.
Hey.
And you meet different people, and that's all well and dandy. Make sure that you are with a group, that you're not by yourself, just going meeting random people. But also, too, do not accept food and drink from people that you don't know.
Right.
There's a lot of times where, they could have put something in that drink, they could have put something in that food, and you're none the wiser. You ingest it, you black out, and all of a sudden you're like, what the heck, what happened? You know what I mean? There could be a whole bunch of different things that could happen that could be avoided.
Right.
And I mean also too, like, even like, I know, like, even with like candy, just be careful with that. Make sure that the wrapper of the candy hasn't been like tampered with and things like that. Because I mean, people have put like things as crazy as like blades, razor blades in candy. Cut people's mouth all up, and it's just, that's not a good thing.
You gotta be careful. Like I said, enjoy a convention, but you gotta be vigilant, because not everybody is a nice person.
And I mean, it's everybody's escape from reality. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we have to be just like Kendra was saying, cognizant of the fact that not everybody's a good person.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're looking for things like this, these social gatherings, as an opportunity to take advantage of people. So,
yep.
Just, just make sure not to be
and
smart.
your gut feeling, too. Like, if it's something off, you feel some way with this person, then chances are something ain't right. So always go with that gut feeling. But another thing back, this is all safety. So another thing, and we've witnessed this, guys, please walk at the convention. If you're running late to a panel or something, do not run. Do not attempt to do stunts. we've seen, I know that some people really get into character. Like there's, I remember some years ago, me and Christy was at AMA and there was a guy cosplaying Inuyasha. And y'all know how Inuyasha be running. Like he almost knocked us down. Like we're down this way and we're coming up. He's on the opposite end coming down, but he's running like Inuyasha full force. And I'm like, dang, like the wind. I'm like, now what if there was like a little kid that was by or someone like an elderly yeah, like there's people that are elderly that attend these things, people that are physically disabled. What if he knocked one of them down? Like you could seriously hurt somebody.
And people, also with their cosplays, they may have like large props.
Right.
And, they may not see you and you run dead center into their prop and you may hurt yourself.
Yeah. So it's just like, guys, like, please.
Excuse me.
Walk like, he was a grown man. He was a grown man. So yeah. And like I said, please don't do stunts like parkour and all that. Like, do not do things. We've seen people try to do crazy things on the Naruto run.
Yes, the infamous runners.
We've seen that too, but it's like people doing stuff on the escalators and elevators. It's like, please, walk like a normal person. I know that you may really want to get into character, but it's like, you can hurt yourself and other people. So it's like, please, just keep in mind of that, for real. Because I think if that happened, like you knock someone down and hurt somebody, you would feel really bad. And then you probably would get thrown out the con doing some stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, you might get banned.
Nobody
wants to do that. Oh, girl.
Chibi, we gonna get to that, girl. We gonna get to that. But I think we have our notes. So on to the next thing. Let's see. Underneath. Okay. You go ahead.
Okay. So, another thing. This was something that had kind of happened to us before. Like, and this is safety. It's a social gathering. People are, talking, hanging out. People are having parties. But we're gonna get to the phone. Don't you worry. We're gonna get to the phone. Because some people brought it with them. But yeah. So, people may be like, hey, I'm having a party in my hotel room. Why don't you come? And it's just like, okay, out of nowhere, this person that you have no clue who they are, they come to you inviting, you to their hotel room for a party. First and foremost, you'll know them. You'll know what may be going down at that party. It may be even, like you were saying, Chibi, like some sex trafficking, human trafficking thing going on. You just never know. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? And if you do want to have a party and hang out like we all do, have it at your own. And people that you maybe already came to the con with, have the party with them. And you guys chill out and, do whatever. But just be safe. And like Kendra was saying, like, go with your gut.
Yeah.
If something feels off, don't go. Just, yeah. And make sure that you're always with your crew. Don't go off wandering places by yourself.
Right. Also, too, kind of, this is, you don't want to, another thing too, like what we had said earlier, make sure the people that you decide to go to the convention with, like I said, they're responsible, they're going to have their money, but also make sure that they don't have sticky fingers. I actually did hear about some people at some conventions trying to steal, like in the vendor area. You don't want to be with a person that's known to have sticky fingers and you're at the dealer's room with a person that's known to do that. And they get caught stealing and, you're in trouble too because you're with them. And they assume that you were trying to steal stuff too. And, you could get banned from that con. And then, word of mouth. Other conventions might, spread the word about you. They have your picture. Like, this person was caught stealing at this convention. Like, you don't want that. So just make sure people that you're going with, they ain't sketchy people.
Exactly.
Let's see. Well, we already said, it's secure your merch so when you go to like the dealer's room and you buy a lot of merchandise, like make sure that it's secure. Like don't walk around with, that is great because I'm going, oh really? Yay! Well, we hope that you have fun.
And Chibi's going to one too.
Really? Oh, nice. Well, we want to see pictures. But yeah, if you have like a lot of merch, don't walk around with it, because that's a safety hazard too in itself. Like you can, like little kids and stuff, you might hit them with the bags. Like if anything, take all that your merch, take all the merch that you have and go to your hotel room and drop it off. Because
MomoCon, nice.
Yeah, we heard about MomoCon. Well, we guys hope that y'all have fun. But take all your bags and leave it at the hotel. Like don't walk around with all that. Because again, that's a safety hazard, and also you're kind of, like I said, a target. Like don't, because it was I'm going back, like it was one year we went to CatsCon. This girl had a whole bunch of merch with her, and she just kept walking around like she was just advertising, like, yeah, look at me, I got all this good, stuff. And it's like, she making herself a target because she was walking outside of the con with that. Somebody sees that, and it's like, because she's already in cosplay, so she stands out. But someone sees that, oh, she got all these bags and all that. You just don't know. Someone could have came and just, hit her in the head and took all that, snatched it from her, So when you get a bunch of merch, go back to your hotel and drop it off. And that's easier for your arms as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you get robbed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easier on you. Like once you get all that, just take it back to the hotel.
Or you could maybe, even if you drove there, put it in the trunk of your car.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you free your arms up to buy more stuff.
Right. Like Chris said, so if you drove there, put it in the trunk of your car. Because you don't want to leave it in your car where people can see it.
Yeah.
Because people can break into your car. Okay. So I think that's it for as safety goes. So now we are on to etiquette. And yes, Chibi and Lavender Bunny, y'all are talking about like convention funk. So yeah, that's the first thing as far as etiquette. Yup, cars do get broken into. So this is etiquette. So this is the first and foremost. Maintain your hygiene daily, guys. Please. Mm-hmm. You can go to the travel section in Walmart or Dollar Tree if you don't want to buy like big things of like shower gel, deodorant, toothpaste, and all that. You can go get the small mini travel size kits.
Or you can even check with your hotels. A lot of them offer.
Yeah, the hotels offer soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste. So it's no excuse to be funky. So I'm just saying, Christy be laughing at me, but like the funk that we be smelling, we're grown here. But yes. But yes, y'all will be laughing at me. But the funk that we be smelling is underarm, butt, and female. I'm just saying, we smell, the nether region. So guys, please properly wash. Like, you get in the shower, stay in there for at least 15 minutes. Get a wash rag. If you like bar soap, that's cool. If you like shower gel, cool. Lather it up. Go to town on them underarms. Yes, go to town on your upper body, underarms. Get the nether regions. Gentlemen, I heard that Old Spice is good. So you want to try Old Spice. Ladies, there's for your lady parts, you can get some honey pot. That's good. Summer's Eve. And take care of that. And dry off properly too. Dry in between your toes. And also just to, like I said, we've grown here, but once you dry off, if you need to make sure, do the sniff test. Once you dry your nether regions, smell the towel. And if it stinks, get back in that shower and hit it again. If it doesn't stink, then you are good to go. And then, get some lotion. Please do not be coming to the convention ashy, because we've seen some people ashy. Lotion don't cost hardly anything. If you spend all this money to travel to a convention, you got a hotel and all that, you got money to get lotion. Some people, yes, they are allergic to perfumes. However, I prefer some fragrance. Summer's, yes. Yeah. So, perfumes, get some like a light scented perfume, ladies, or body oils. I'm shouting out Aishify. They're an anime inspired perfume. Mm-hmm. They do body oils, and their stuff smells it smells wonderful. So get some of that. Gentlemen, like some Old Spice cologne. You know, get some of that. You know, don't go overboard with it. You know,
and this is after you have showered.
After you showered, yes, Axe is not what they say. Axe is not a shower.
Yeah, Axe isn't a substitute for a shower.
Because we've seen people write signs like that for a convention. So yes, you have to wash your behind, dry off lotion, put on your perfume, deodorant, brush your teeth as well, wash your face, take care of that.
Yeah, because guys, personal hygiene is
important.
It's a contact sport. You got to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like with people that are neglecting it, it gets ugly and it ruins the experience for everybody.
Yeah, we don't want to smell that.
So please, wash your arse.
Please. And some people say they want to meet someone. You're not going to meet someone if you're stinking. I'm just saying.
And that's probably why you haven't met anyone.
Yeah.
Because you're repelling them because your behind stinks.
So please take care of that. So I think we covered that part of hygiene. So also the behavior for the etiquette. If you see a cosplayer, like I said, convention, people are dressed up, and you're like, oh my god, there's a so-and-so cosplay over there. You could be, yes, you're excited, but always ask to take a picture first. Like, don't just take a picture of a person without asking, because they may not want their picture taken. So always ask. Also, if they do agree to take a picture and you want to take a picture with them again, like we said, personal space, ask them if it's okay if you put your arm around their shoulder or if you can hug them. Like, don't just do that without asking for their permission. Too, like if they're eating or if they're talking, like if they're busy, don't just take a picture or just interrupt their conversation. Like, hey, I want a picture. Can I get a picture? Like, just be respectful. Wait till they're done talking. Wait till they're done eating. Then go and ask them, hey, mind if I get a picture of you or with you? Especially when eating. Yeah. Exactly. Let them enjoy their food. Because I think if that was them, they would be upset if someone did it to them. So it's like, just wait. But yeah, let's see. Like we said, be respectful, no catcalling. Like if you see someone that you think is attractive, please don't do the catcalling. Let's see. The line. That's a big thing, me and Christy. Be respectful when you're waiting in line. Like, we know the registration line at conventions can be long. We know this. But you do not cut the line just because you want to get to your badge faster. Everyone else waited, so it's like, you can wait too. What makes you think that, you can cut everybody? And it's happened to us. And you just don't know people's mindset. Like Christy and I was talking, like, with the whole Popeye's chicken sandwich thing, a man died from cutting the line. So I'm just saying, like, you just don't know. Like, you cut the line, you don't know how that person is going to react to it. You just don't know. So just wait in line, just be respectful. Also, if there's like a cosplay that you see that you don't really like that, like if you don't like the character, don't say mean things like, I hate that character. Why did you cosplay that character? I think vendors have to come early. Hey, Blurred Over, how are you?
Hi, Blurred Over.
I think vendors have to come earlier though. I think they may. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that would make sense. Yeah. Set up and everything.
Right. But that's just a big thing with us though. Just be respectful in the line. Like, don't cut people. Also, trash the cafeterias. Like, at conventions they have like a little cafeteria section. Be respectful. Like, after you eat, clean up after yourself. You don't sit there and leave a bunch of trash. And I don't care if it's custodians there. I've done custodial work before. So has Christy. And it's a hard job. Like, you don't need to be doing, like, if there's a trash can nearby, you don't sit there and just trash like, oh, that's what the custodian's for. No.
Hello, yeah.
Do you do that? Do you do that at your house?
Yeah, because the staff members that are there, they're not your mother.
Right.
They're not, maids, butlers, So, just something as simple as just putting the trash in the proper receptacle, okay?
And also, too, like with the bathrooms, be respectful in the, like, Once you do, you do your business. I hope you're washing your hands.
Please do.
With the papers. Yes, that's another thing with hygiene. Oh, also too, guys, I forgot to mention, carry a small thing of travel hand sanitizer. That was another thing. Mm-hmm. But once you wash your hands, like we've seen it so many times in the bathroom, don't take a bunch of paper towels and just leave them all in the sink and the floor. It'd be a trash can right there. Just put it in the trash. How hard is that to do?
I don't know, but people need to stop being so daggone.
Yeah, but I think was another thing. Also, like the also with the etiquette too. With photo shoots, this was another thing that's happened. People almost got into fights over photo shoots. So if you have a specific area that's reserved, I've seen women take up all the whole bathroom for makeup, yeah.
Now that is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I agree. And I mean, if you need to touch your makeup up, there's like the sinks are like kind of sectioned off.
Right.
So just kind of keep your makeup over in that little small section and stay over there.
And please, another thing, back to that bathroom thing too. We've seen the girls, like we, touched up like our wigs. Like y'all know the wigs get tangled. Once you comb it, brush it out, take the hair and put it in the trash. You don't take the glob of hair from the wig and throw it on the floor, leave it in the sink. That's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
You put that in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the photo shoots. If you have a specific area reserved for that area, the time frame that you have, just be respectful of that. Like, use the time wisely. So if you have that reserved for like 30 minutes, or if you have that reserved for an hour, you do your 30 minutes for your photo shoot. Or if it's an hour, do your hour and you get up and go, because there's other people that reserve that area too, and they're waiting to use that. So don't hog the area. Like we've seen people about to fight over that. Just be respectful. And also, like if you happen to be part of a photo shoot and you're running late to get there, communication, guys, is the key. Let text people that are part of a photo shoot, DM them, whatever communication you use, call them, let them know, hey, I'm running behind. Because that happened to us before 2 years ago at Otakon. We, planned a photo shoot and the girls, they didn't even show up. And this was an out-of-state convention. We waited for 2 hours. 2 hours. Mind you, we could have been doing something else, but we ended up leaving after that, because we had to hit the road early. So it was just disrespectful. Be considerate of people's time, guys.
Oh, and speaking of that, they had the nerve to try to act like we were the trifling ones and didn't show up to the shoot.
Yeah.
And Kendra happened to see it, and this was on MySpace back in the day.
No, it wasn't MySpace. It was cosplay.com.
Oh, cosplay.com.
Yeah.
And Kendra saw it. And it was funny in the irony of it because Kendra said, oh, wait a minute, I remember that. And nobody showed up. We waited 2 hours.
And then the girl says, I'm sorry, I was straightening my friend's hair. Okay. Well, that's all you had to do was just let us know, but don't come off acting like we were trifling and, we planned something and we didn't show up because, sweetie, we was there for 2 hours. Where were you at?
So that was on her.
So, yeah, just be considerate of that. Also, too, like if you are a panelist, you have a panel going on, please be early for your panel, get there on time, because there's other people that have that reserved too, that have like a panel or event that's going on. So just be considerate of that. In the dealer's room, vendor room, whatever you want to say, keep the flow moving. Like if you're in a particular area and you're looking at something and somebody is near you and they may want to get something to purchase, get out the way. Especially if they say, excuse me, just step to the side. Like, don't block it off. No pushing. Like, that's happened to Chrissy and I, like in the dealer's room. It was a girl. We were at a dealer's room, with the Japanese candy, and the girl was like, ew, Pocky! And she just pushes me to get her Pocky. And I'm like, excuse you? Like, the word is excuse me, but she pushed me. So
yeah, I wanted to give her the people's elbow.
Yeah, so guys, the word is excuse me. That's, and for safety reasons, again, there's children that are there, elderly people that might be physically disabled, so just keep that in mind. The video game room, like in the video game room, if you're done playing a game, get off. There are other people that are waiting to use that. Like, and especially, and the sad thing is a lot of them already have those games at home. And we could kick ourselves. Like, we still are big DDR fans. And I'm so mad that we got rid of our DDR, our dance pad. So mad at ourselves, but it is what it is. But the DDR is always used up, like it's always full. Someone's always on there, and we can never get on because people will be on there for hours. And I'm just like this. You play it, whatever game it is. It's not even DDR. Stay on there for at least, like I said, 20 to 30 minutes. After that, get off so somebody else can have a turn. Don't sit there for hours hogging. That's not right, especially if you already got the game at home.
And I mean, and you probably need to water break, bathroom break, shower break, because it always smells in there. In the video game. Please.
Exactly. So, this is all etiquette. So another thing too, like we had said before, if you see a character in cosplay, you might not be a fan of the show or the character. You know, don't go up to them and be like, "Ooh, I hate your character. Why'd you cosplay that character?" Or "That show sucks." That's rude. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And like I said, we're there to have fun. Don't critique other people's cosplays because you don't know what type of money that they're working with. You know, that's another thing we've, witnessed. It was years ago, we went to NecoCon and Christy's friend had came with us and she cosplayed Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And I already know what this was about, but anyway, she cosplayed Alice. She did pants with it, and it was a girl cosplaying one of the Sailor Stars. And people were coming up to Christy's friend. It's like, "Oh, I love your Alice cosplay." She's like, "Thank you." So one of the girls is just like, "Oh my god, it's never that." Exactly. So she's like, "Oh my god, why did she cosplay her with pants? If you're going to cosplay her, cosplay it right." So this guy was just like, "Hey, Eni." So this guy was just like, why do you care? And then I think that made her feel stupid. She's like, "Well, like she stuttered. And she's like, I'm just saying to do it right." So this is my thing. Like, as we said before, there's no right or wrong way to cosplay. There's not. You cosplay how you want to. And what it was, she was jealous of Christy's friend because she felt like the attention should have been on her. She felt like everybody should have flocked to her and was like, "Oh, let me get pictures." But they're mad that, Christy's friend, people were coming to her. So yeah, don't do things like that. Again, you don't know what type of money people work with. Like, just have fun. That's the point of conventions, to have fun. We're all nerds at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So just enjoy the con. Like, why do you gotta go there to be ugly? And also, too, another thing, don't go there with people that are negative Nancy's, that are complaining about everything. We've dealt with that before. Why do you even come if you're not even going to try to have fun?
Exactly. You could have stayed home.
So yeah, that is I think that is it, to be honest with you. I think we covered everything as far as, safety tips and etiquette. We hope that you guys
want to talk about the hotel.
Okay, go ahead.
Another thing too, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Was that, when we're getting ready to leave for like the convention and things like that, we want to make sure like to pack like the night before when we're getting ready to leave, because you want to make sure that you don't leave anything. You don't want to make sure you don't leave any of your merch that you just bought, you saved up for this convention, things like that. Any of your personal belongings, like your cards, your ID, money. And also too, like, if you're checking out, hello.
Hey.
If you're getting ready to check out, things like that, please check out on time.
Yeah, most of the time checkout is at 11 and 12. Thank you for bringing that up, Christy. So, especially if you go in a group to a convention with people, whoever the driver is, be considerate. This is etiquette. Be considerate of the driver. Like if you got a room with them, be considerate. Let them get their rest. Like, don't be staying up all night, blasting music, acting crazy. They need their rest so they can drive. And also to help, when you have your luggage, especially like I said, the next day is checkout. What helps Christy and I, when we're done wearing a costume for that day and it's dirty, most hotels offer them, or you can bring your own. They have laundry bags. So whatever's dirty, put that in a laundry bag. Like, this is the dirty clothes and all that stuff. You put that in a bag. And when you pack up the night before, you put the laundry bag in your luggage. So that way, you have everything, you make sure you don't leave anything. So yes, always pack the night before, for checkout. Get up at a decent time, like rest, so you can get up so you're not in the housekeeper's way, because we've done housekeeping before too, and it's annoying as hell when you're trying to get to your rooms and people are still in there, assing around.
Yeah, because the housekeepers, like they're on a time crunch
Right.
to get those rooms clean for another guest.
Right.
And if you're still hanging in there, you're supposed to be checked out. You're delaying them from getting that room cleaned, and you can also incur a charge for another day.
Yeah, you're going to get charged the next day if you're not out on time. And if you drive yourself, like, make sure that you're rested, because you want to be rested on the road, driving safely going back home. So, also, don't trash the hotel rooms. That's etiquette. Like I said, like, we're adults. Like, come on now. Like, there's trash cans. Put your stuff in the trash. If you need if you need your trash to be empty, you can go to the housekeeper to empty your trash. Like, just be considerate. Don't be like a slob at because it leaves a bad look to, like, the hotels and, like, the conventions when they know that time of year. Whenever that convention happens, they don't look forward to it. It's like, oh God, this is when the such and such conventions happen, and the con goers, they're a bunch of slobs. They leave the hotels trash. At the conventions, like we said, etiquette, just behave, because, like, the people at the conventions, wherever the convention's being held, people may not want to deal with that convention anymore. If people are acting a fool, doing crazy stuff, and it's like, you can't have your event here because the last couple of years this happened, that happened. No. So just please act like you got some damn sense. Like, I know it's an escape for reality. You don't have to be doing adulting for 3 or 4 days, but please just act like you got some home training. That's just seriously, like, don't leave a bad taste in their mouth and they think that all people that go to cons behave like this.
Because, we are nice. We're good. We're
right.
We're nice human beings.
Right.
So let's do that.
Yeah. So, and then, like I said, most importantly, just have fun.
Yes.
Good vibes all day, every day. But I believe that is it, Miss Christy. Ooh, we ended right. Oh, okay. So I believe that's it. Tips, safety, etiquette. Aye. And thank you all who tuned in for, the panel discussion. Again, if y'all have any questions for us, DM us, because we're going to end the live. So, but DM us if there's any other questions y'all want to know. And for y'all that are attending conventions, we hope that y'all stay safe and have fun. Please take lots of pictures. We want to see. And hopefully, use some of the tips that we guys provided.
And pass them along to friends that you're with.
Yeah, please pass them along. So, yeah, I believe that's it. And until next time. Bye!